And so if you have the ability to have a voice as it relates to the KYC policies that we have, consider using that voice. This will get worse with the use of transparent blockchains, where everything, as Ian said, is a Twitter for your bank account. It's just out there and available, and that information protect U.S. citizens because it is not just a personal security issue, it's a national security issue. So I ask you to use the tools that are out there and available that privacy technologists are building. Use Signal, don't use SMS, don't use Telegram. SMS and Telegram are not private. Use Signal, it's a great tool. Use Brave, not Chrome. Use two-factor authentication, but don't use your phone number. Use Zcash, of course. Use a VPN, but be very careful about the VPN that you use. Some VPN providers are also data farmers. So there's some good ones out there like Movad and some others, but be careful about the VPN that you're using. You can't be perfect, but what you can do is you can lower your risk. Don't be an easy target, be a harder target. Limit the amount of information that you're leaking. Secondly, I ask you to support developers who are building tech in this ecosystem. A lot of us have been under threat or felt under threat for a long period of time with the actions of Samurai and Tornado Cash and those kind of folks. And we need to actually protect developers here in the US. And then the third, which Michelle was talking about as well, is to continue to reinforce it with their language, normalize privacy in your interactions. It's really just common sense. All right. Thank you. Be well.
Okay. Yeah, a little sobering, but critically important.
And I thank for your time. If you wanted to reach out with questions or ask questions here, is there any way you can do that?
Unfortunately, today there's not because we're running late. I was just going to say we are behind, so the next two speakers have to be super lightning. So be sure to catch whoever you want to talk to while you can, and I'll try to do better and make sure we have more time for questions. But unfortunately, we have just too much great content to share with you. So Eric Berger, would you please come up? So Eric is a mentor of mine, a great friend, research professor at Virginia Tech, leader at the CyberSmart Research Center, and he's just going to give a brief update.
I'll be brief. Although I can't resist, thank you for the introduction. One of the things we're working on is a replacement for Signal. So if you're interested in that, and I used to have to explain what Signal was, but thank you to the Secretary of Defense explaining to everyone what Signal is. But I'm not here to talk about that today either. I'm here to talk about the Virginia legislature created the Joint Committee on Technology and Science Subcommittee on Blockchain. It's half legislative members, led by Senator Salim, and half in the private sector. I'm serving on it as a representative of higher education. Paul's serving on it as an industry expert. And is Greg here? Greg Leffel, who some of you probably know from the Virginia Blockchain Council, is also serving as representative technical nonprofit. And so what the enabling legislation said was that we're to analyze, advise, and something that might prick some of the people who are doing policy, propose legislation. We're actually tasked with writing legislative proposals to consider blockchain technology, digital asset mining, and cryptocurrency, all within the Commonwealth of Virginia. We met on May 7th. That was our first meeting. We received some briefings on cryptocurrency, stable coins, the market, what's out there from Paul. Our next meeting is at 1 o'clock on July 23rd at the Virginia General Assembly building, and of course it'll be streamed online, so it's all open to the public, and of course welcome participation. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Okay, I want to invite Ari Manin to come up. He's a crypto attorney. He is well known for his work on Farcaster. If you're not aware of Farcaster, it's a social media platform kind of like X, except it's all DeFi and it's really cool. And he is like the Farcaster OG. So please, Ari, come give a quick update, and then we're going to move directly into our panel. If anyone needs coffee or anything, you're just going to have to go up and grab it and refill because we don't have time for a break like we normally do.
Thank you, Paul. Great to be back here. Fun fact, I actually met Paul on Farcaster, so it really kind of brings this whole thing full circle. As Paul mentioned, I'm a crypto attorney. I'm based in Boston. Farcaster is a Web3 social media platform, probably the leading ecosystem for builders, personas, thought leaders in this space. And what's so unique about it is that the signal noise is very high. I think in crypto, especially for the layperson, the general public, it's easy to get lost in the noise, but Farcaster, as far as I've experienced in the last 2 years, has been a really high signal, high quality sort of place. And what makes it so special is there's a lot of URL to IRL. So a lot of moving from on-chain friends to actually meeting in person. That kind of creates a lot more connectivity and more of a mesh in this network. And so when I first got into Farcaster, I set up the Law and Policy channel, which when I came here a year ago was a community of 500 people, everyone from law students to policymakers on the Hill. Now we're pushing about 2,000 people in this community. And we've actually, in the spirit of URL to IRL, hosted 10 happy hours in 6 different cities. We have another one tonight. Feel free to find me and we can share information about that. And I'm co-hosting it with Jeff, who I also met at Farcaster. Jeff is, he's done a lot of things in this space, but he's also supporting a lot of startups through a community he's created called Startup Radar. And so, yeah, it's just all about bringing people together, creating a forum that's inclusive to learn from one another in this emerging space. And I look forward to meeting many more of you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Ari. Okay, hey, I want to just recognize someone who's here because I really appreciate them being here. I don't have time to give them here to give a personal introduction, but we have someone from the House Financial Services Committee, Senior Counsel there, McArn Bennett. McArn, where are you at? He's way over there? Okay, so appreciate you coming. We'd love to have more Hill staff come. I know we're not literally on the Hill, which is typically required to get you and others to come, but thanks for making the effort to be here, and we'll have you talk at some future point. Okay, let's go straight into our panel. Sorry for the delay, and but yet I'm not, because that was just such a great series of updates. We are going to go over 5 or 10 minutes today, so we're not going to finish probably right at the time we normally do. So if you would please, I'm going to ask Michael Riley to come up and lead the charge.
Okay, hello. Sorry I didn't get any extra coffee. I'm Michael Riley. I'm a co-founder of Project Glitch, which Mike mentioned earlier. And if you like what you heard or hear in this session, I hope you'll subscribe to Project Glitch at projectglitch.xyz. So this is a super exciting topic for me. We're going to talk about decentralized AI today. I've become really interested in this area, and specifically the idea that decentralized systems can be as disruptive and as energizing for the AI revolution as they have been for banking and the financial system. As you know, a lot goes into building cutting-edge AI, including a lot of compute, research, and a whole ton of money. But AI models are only as good as the data they're trained on. And data, who owns it, who controls it, and who can earn money from it are questions that are core to the story of AI, by extension, decentralized AI. So my guests today have been working on new answers to these questions. First, I'd like to welcome Anna Kozlowskis. Anna is the creator of the Vanna Network. It's a recently launched L1 that bills itself as an open